Hey, come see us do stand-up comedy in Tempe, Arizona, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Cincinnati, Lexington, Burbank, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Here's Doofus in charge. He should be on the cover of Mad Magazine, but instead he's the head of your transportation department. Here's what he has to say about helping the people stranded and wiped out from Hurricane Helene.
Our goal is to make sure that funding is no obstacle to very quickly getting people the relief that they need and deserve.
Yeah, okay. Turns out that's not happening. Look at my other videos. Nobody sees the help that you claim you're giving. Nobody. There's whistleblowers all over the place saying that FEMA is mismanaged the funds and that FEMA has employees sitting in hotels without any orders to go do anything. So that's all talk. That's all talk. And you know how much money that they're going to give them? $750, which those people can't even get. Because A, they don't have electricity, they don't have a computer, and the people who are lucky enough to make it to a hotel and a computer, when they apply for the $750, FEMA turns them down. So, again, they didn't help you in East Palestine. They didn't help you in Lahaina. They're not helping you with Helene. They still don't have clean water in Flint, Michigan. They don't give a... They could not care less about you. Your government is not there to serve you. They're there to serve an international class of billionaires, which is all these assholes work for. That's who they work for. They don't work for you. Don't be a fool. They work for AIPAC, the military-industrial complex, and Wall Street. That's who they work for. And during COVID, they work for Big Pharma. And you're a chump if you think it makes a difference. Oh, no, there's somebody in government fighting for me.
Our goal is to make sure that funding is no obstacle to very quickly getting people the relief that they need and deserve. There's also some safety issues that come up. For example, temporary flight restrictions to make sure that the airspace is clear for any flights or drone activity that might be involved in helping to allow.
So they're not allowing people to fly helicopters, not allowing people to fly drones, to find people who are dead or dying and need rescuing. Babies. You think I'm kidding? Here's a guy who did a mission, saved people. His helicopter was too heavy, so he had to leave his kid behind, his co-pilot. He calls him his co-pilot. So he goes, hey, I'll leave you behind. I'm going to take these people who are desperate and need helping, and I'll come back and get you. Guess what? Sheriff wouldn't let him go back. Watch.
At that time, I didn't know, but Lake Lure fire chief or assistant chief maybe.
By the way, this guy is a certified law enforcement officer and a volunteer member of the fire department. Over the weekend, he went on a rescue mission with his son, but after rescuing a North Carolina woman, he was forced to leave her husband behind because he was threatened with arrest. Watch.
At that time, I didn't know, but Lake Lure fire chief or assistant chief maybe, and he shut down the whole operation. So at that point, I felt like the conversation wasn't going any further. And again, he asked me to leave, and I said, hey, I have no problem getting out of your area. If that's what you want us to do, we'll leave, no issue. At that point, I asked him, what was the reason I had to leave them there? And he said, again, you're interfering with my operation. I just need you to get out of the area. I said, sir, I don't know where you were trained at, but I know how my training is, and I'm not going to leave personnel behind. I'm going back to get my co-pilot. He said, if you turn around and go back up the mountain, you're going to be arrested.
They have time to arrest people?
They have time to arrest people. They have time to arrest people. And what the FAA does is I'm getting a text. My friend in Maui explained the way the drones are set up, the government requires their software to block them from flying in FAA no-fly zones. So the FAA can block drone software from flying anywhere the FAA doesn't want them to fly. So they can't go help find people. Listen to this guy. He's going to tell you the same thing. Watch this.
My name's Jonathan Howard. I'm a member of the Florida State Guard Special Missions Unit, and I'm also up here with Aerial Recovery, a nonprofit. I came up here on Sunday with Aerial Recovery before we even got activated. We flew up here, and then we got activated, which is great. I have my team up here working as well. Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you everything that's happening from the ground, what I'm actually seeing, because what they're telling you is complete bullshit on the news, and these politicians don't have a fucking clue, and they're lying. And I'll say this now, I'll say it at the end of the video. The only thing I need from this video is helicopters. If I have helicopters, I can save lives. Without helicopters, I can't reach these people. It doesn't matter how many chainsaws and trucks I got, I can't get to them. They're 10 miles in, 20 miles, 40 miles in the mountains. There's no way to get with them or even communicate with them. I'm literally flying around in a civilian helicopter looking for SOS messages carved in the mud or painted on the ground, and we're dropping down and saving them. What got me fired up about this was yesterday, me and my team did the rescue of that 11-day-old baby. And all these government officials and social media, they're showing that video, that pictures and video of that rescue, and claiming that like they have some like government help with that. And I mean, even USA, I think it was USA Today, wrote an article about it saying it was a Florida National Guard that went and got it, like with a helicopter. No, it was me, my buddy Charlie, and a civilian named Zeb with his own personal helicopter out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Like without that civilian, that baby would be dead. And the old lady we went and rescued after that, she'd be dead too because she had 1 day left of oxygen. No one was going to go get them. I will tell you, when we go up in the air, I probably see 40 civilian helicopters, and I might see 2 Blackhawks, National Guard, military, whatever they are. That's it. No one's out there doing rescues. I have my entire team up here from Florida right now, and they have no ability to go rescue these people other than what they can drive to. And the people that are in dire need, they're out in the mountains. They are completely cut off. Now, I will say, I spoke to my congresswoman down in Florida, and she's a badass, and she made a bunch of phone calls, and now we got 2 contracted 60s coming up here tomorrow, which is great. I love that, but like, I still don't understand why we don't have more helicopters. Like, we'll get a lot of work done with that, but there's no military, there's no one's doing nothing. It blows my mind. And they're not even allowing people to see what's really going on. One of our friends yesterday, they were actually escorting CNN down at Lake Lure, and they wouldn't even let CNN, the sheriff department would not let them go videotape the bad areas, how destructive it is. I don't know why they don't want to show you all that, but I mean, it is bad. I should also say, when I flew here on Sunday, they actually stopped us from going in, the sheriff department. And it was because of a bunch of politics that they were claiming was the Speaker of the House of North Carolina that was preventing us from even going in and trying to kick us out, which I have clarified today with North Carolina politicians that reached out to me, good on them, and they were like, that's complete bullshit. Speaker of the House has nothing. He wants you guys there. But this is the kind of political BS that is happening here right now. Like, everyone's trying to be in charge without taking any type of action. Nobody wants to coordinate with anybody. Everybody wants to pretend like they're being the hero while these people are literally fucking dying in the mountains. And these people, like I'm saying, these people are limited medication. They're running out of oxygen, and there's no one going to get them. The most effective way I have found to go find these people is by getting in a helicopter and flying down the rivers and roads and looking for SOS messages or people waving us down. And then we drop down and get them. We have all these people here. We have law enforcement. We have State Guard, National Guard. They have no way to go get these people. Yesterday, when I was at the Asheville airport refueling, which, by the way, the civilian is paying all this out of his own pocket. He's not even looking for a reimbursement. I think we did 4 refuelings yesterday. And that was like just in half a day's work. We're in Asheville, and I saw 2 Air Force Helicopter 60s. And I knew they were PJs just looking at them. And I went up to them like, hey, guys, like, what are y'all doing? And like, this is what you need to be doing. This is how I'm finding people. And they're like, we can't go. We're waiting on Title 10 orders. And I'm like, what? They can't get any authority. There's military helicopters all over here sitting on the ground, and they can't do nothing. Even my JSOC boys in Fayetteville, they can't get orders to come out here. It is just the most disgusting thing, and they're killing these people. And I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know what kind of conspiracy. I've heard so many things, whatever you want to come up with, but they are literally allowing these people to fucking die in the mountains right now because we can't get helicopters. They got money for everything else in the fucking world right now, but if they could just get us helicopters, we could fly out there and rescue these people. So I hope this video goes viral. I hope these politicians get fired. I hope people get pissed off. They'll probably kick me out of the state of North Carolina for doing this, but you know what? I don't care, because if I can save one more life for it, it's fucking worth it to me.
So here's Secretary Pete Buttigieg says no one is shutting down the airspace and FAA doesn't block legitimate rescue and recovery flights. The key word here is legitimate, meaning only the ones we say. If you're encountering a problem, give me a call. He said this to Elon Musk after Elon Musk had tweeted out that thing I showed you about how he's getting reports from Starlink whistleblowers on the ground that FEMA's stopping them from helping people. He says there are hundreds of reports of FEMA and FAA blocking flights. This literally just happened. I will follow you. Please DM me the number to call you, because he says if you're encountering a problem, give me a call. He said that to Elon Musk. Elon Musk says, I'll give you my phone number. Hey, I'm still waiting. The helicopter's trying to land and deliver critical supplies. What's the number to call? So these guys are corrupt enemies of Americans. That's what Pete Buttigieg is. He works for the international handful of billionaires who run everything in the Western world. And he's not here to help you. He's here to gaslight you and keep you from the help you need. Elon Musk out there trying to help people with Starlink and helicopters. He says, call him if you're having a problem. I did. No, what are you going to call? What's the number? Time for a revolution. Hey, come see us do stand-up comedy in Tempe, Arizona, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Cincinnati, Lexington, Burbank, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.